to this spot up here in the sunshine. Okay, come on up here. I want to keep talking. The Swan City Toastmasters Club runs a special youth leadership program. They do speechcraft, but on the first day, they do jungle trekking. I hadn't fully understood what jungle trekking is. They send somebody out ahead of time to put up markers. And then the students follow the markers through the jungle. There's no trail. When they get to certain points, if they haven't made it to that point at a certain time, then they get a shortcut home. Today, I've had a chance to find out what jungle trekking is in terms of going up the side of a mountain. Yesterday we did 10 kilometers and I thought, well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good jungle trekking, but nowhere's near what we've got today. Now, we were told by our guide, who by the way has gone on to the top, that unless we made it to this point in under an hour, then we wouldn't be going to the top. Well, it took well over an hour for Stephen and I to get to this point, and the only reason it took Stephen that long is because he waited for me. Now, that's one of the things that I'm learning on this jungle trekking, and also from Toastmasters. The opportunity for people to help each other is absolutely essential. On this particular hike, I've been getting a hand up the various spots on the trail. The other thing that's clear is that you need a guide. So we have a guide. Toastmasters gives you the guide, lets you know where you can go. But the other interesting point is, and I talk about this, I talk about overcoming adversity. I talk about people that have IQ, and that takes you so far. And then we talk about people that have good EQ, which is emotional quotient. But the characteristic that will be the one to look for people who want to survive in our society is, what are your adversity quotient points? Now, adversity quotient means, are you prepared to climb? Or are you only wanting to be a camper? Or are you a quitter? Now, one of the things that I've noticed in Toastmasters, if we're not careful, we end up being a camper. We certainly know how many people drop out of Toastmasters. But what's even more interesting is how many people just become campers. They go to the meetings, they do some of the things, but it's the climbing that's important. And that's one of the lessons that I'm getting out of today. I'm looking down this gully because that's what I have to continue to do in order to get my adversity quotient points for the day. The other thing that certainly became clear to Vic Lindell is I talk about adventure. I talk about adult adventure deficit disorder. Well, this particular hike clearly is making sure that I overcome any adult adventure deficit disorder. But the other thing is, you really need to be fit for the experience. Now, I thought I did a little bit of training for this ahead of time, but nowhere near what's required if you want to do this kind of training. I'm highly recommending this as a foundation for any youth leadership camps that we might run in the Victoria area. In fact, I'm starting to get inspired to think that we'll put some markers up and the kids will go through the jungle. We've got jungle. After all, just up in the West Coast, it is still a rainforest. So, what's the message? Message is, take a look at having a guide. Make sure you've got somebody to help you. The other clear message, by the way, you see all these trees, and we see them all going up to the sky. But what we miss are all the roots. And not many people realize that all of these roots are all connected. They are all connected. This entire jungle is all connected, even though it doesn't look connected. It doesn't look connected because you got this tree and this tree. They're all getting along together under the surface. There's a tremendous number of metaphors for success, if but we look. I'm looking forward to having a rest now, and then maybe, well, not maybe, there's no shortcut. We're heading straight down the side of this mountain.